morning and welcome to There's a 60% Chance of Rain Today, Winnipeg. Yep. Now, speaking of rain, I did get out on my motorcycle yesterday, and before I left I checked the weather and they said they didn't say anything about rain. First thing in the morning they said there was a 30% chance of showers, but when I checked around 1 o'clock didn't say anything about moisture coming down. And I checked the radar, and to be honest, there was something, little things that seemed to be coming and going, but not really rain, and none of it was over Winnipeg. So I thought, okay. So I went out and everything was going great. Blue sky, big puffy clouds, everything looked nice. I went to the old neighborhood, and don't you know, there was a sun shower right there, and I got caught in it. It was a good experience, and I didn't get wet or cold or anything. I was wearing my rain stuff. I wasn't wearing my rain stuff because I thought it might rain. I wore it because it breaks the wind. Anyway, yeah, I was warm and comfy, but my new bike got a little bit raindrops on it in places. Yeah. Okay, enough about the motorcycle, sort of. Now, about the Yamato, I got that on my mind. Okay, now, if you look at the ships profile-wise, like you are sort of right now, you don't really get to see that the Yamato was the biggest battleship ever. Biggest in that it was heaviest. It had the largest guns, and all that kind of stuff. That was very impressive 100 years ago. Now a drone will take out one of those things. The drone about the size of the my monitor here could take it out. Well, not quite, but you know what I'm saying. Times have changed. And anyway, so this big bad battleship, if you look at it from the side, it doesn't look any more impressive than the USS Iowa, which is in the case over there. And yeah, I think the Iowa almost looks more impressive from the side. The Yamato, if you get to look down on it, you get to see the immensity of it, you might say. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I mentioned yesterday, it's going to go on the bottom shelf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design get a couple of rails, like drawer. You put on a drawer, and you pull the drawer all the way out, and these rails extend. And I think if I can rig something up like that so that the Yamato, yes, it'll be sort of recessed underneath and nobody can really see it too good unless you're viewing it from quite an angle, and then you don't really get to see the top. Anyway, bottom line is this whole thing will sort of pull out. And when you look down on it, you'll be able to you will. You'll be able to look straight down on the deck and see you might say, the profile from above. Then you'll see how big and powerful this ship really was. That's the plan. Okay, enough about the model. What's going on here? Okay, yesterday I was sitting at the computer, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I was editing out the bike ride that I just had. And my doorbell rings, and my first thought was, it's too early for Missy to come. Well, a very friendly person hands me a box and says, "This is from Bill's Cycle, and it's for you," or something.
Bill's Cycle.
Oh, okay.
That's for you.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, you're welcome. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You're probably wondering what's in it, right? Well, I think some of you already know, but we'll recompose and take a look. As for the sunrise this morning, I don't think it was worth doing anything about, and the walkers generally come by right now. Actually, I don't see them. They're usually within about 5-10 minutes of right around right now. That's their routine. I'm the same way. I've sort of got a routine that I do certain things at a certain time, and I think a lot of us are that way. Other people, they like to be different every day. Hey, everybody's different, and yet a lot of us are the same. Does that make any sense? Okay. I think we're going to also recompose and take a close look at this stuff that we did yesterday. Now that the glue is dry, and then we got to paint. That's the next step. All these little parts have to be painted and put onto so we can mount them on the bulkhead. I want to get this. Want to get this done. I'd like to have this submarine finished by the time we have winter again, and then we can get at the Yamato if it comes. And I think there's a really good chance it's gonna be here. Now, somebody said, I think I said a moment ago, we won't talk about the Yamato anymore, or was that yesterday? Anyway, somebody was saying that because the Yamato is so complex, it's going to take you a long time to get through it if you go at it the way you're going at the submarine. And that's true. I'll have to change the way I do things. And I think that probably I'll be doing a lot more off camera. There had been the thought went through my head that even before the submarine is finished, I should maybe go ahead through the manual and pick out all the photo etch pieces and make little tiny modules. Some of those little pieces are extremely repetitive, and yes, I know what's involved. A year or two ago, when they first put the manual online, I downloaded the manual and I went through it, and I know what I'm getting myself into. And once again, I'm just going to do the best I can, and if I come to something that's really frustrating me because it's too small, well, we just won't be doing it, and nobody's going to notice. When we pull it out from the bottom shelf there in my case, it's going to look just as good without this tiny little piece that's the size of a grain of sand. Well, I'm exaggerating, of course. Okay, let's first of all let's recompose and open our box here and see what it is and talk about that, and then we're gonna have to get on to some serious painting here today. I got lots of time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to getting out on the bike, so unless the weather changes. So let's recompose here. We'll just move this nice USS South Dakota out of the way, and okay, I've told this story too many times, but when I retired from the Winnipeg bus depot several years ago now, I had 8 work shirts. I think I only have 3 of those left now that I dare wear. And if you will recall, I had said that I was going to change my look. In other words, this was going to become the new look. And when Anna at Bill's Cycle included one of these as sort of a gift, you might say, with my new bike, I liked it, and people were commenting on it and saying how good I looked in it. And somebody said, let's see, you can't see me down there, but I want to look at you when I say this. Somebody said that it made me look slimmer. Aha! Okay, so I thought, you know what? Why don't I? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, thanks, Anna. Okay. So I thought I'm going to change my look. So I asked Anna if I could buy some more of these, and she said, yeah, we sell them. And so what I've done is I've bought enough so that I will now have one for every day of the week. Now, Now I'll be honest. I don't put on a fresh shirt every day. Okay. That's a nice bag. Okay. These guys are organized. Okay, so I've got the one I'm wearing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I now have 7 shirts. They're all the same. Yeah, I know they're all the same. But that's the way I like it. My bus depot work shirts were basically the same too. And let's not break anything here. Okay, and Anna says that now I am part of the Bill Cycle racing crew. Number 51. Maybe that was the number on one of their bikes or something in a race. Okay, yeah. I don't know what else to say here. I think maybe it's time to recompose and get some painting done. Yeah, enough about motorcycles and weather, and this is supposed to be the model ship show. And this here, there's some quality to that. You can sort of tell. It's not what you might call cheap junk. So yeah, that's nice. Thanks, Anna. Now, I think I alluded to this yesterday, that I was a little bit concerned that possibly this part that we glued on might have slumped and got itself a little bit out of shape, you might say. But I think it's all right. I'm just going to quickly here slip on the macro lens, and we'll take a nice close look. Okay, so I'm looking at this in the monitor right now, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why do things always look so terrible when you see them close up? Anyway, you notice it's open in the back here. I wonder if there was something supposed to be, capped on that. I don't know. Trying not to get my hand in the way here. Okay, we beat this to death, haven't we? Well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but Missy the dog is here, so I guess I better get to the door. I see you. I see you. Sorry to make you walk all the way around, Max. I'll move my car.
We went out in the backyard, but we couldn't get around the vehicle.
Boy, look at, she's got herself all tangled up here, don't you? Okay, I got this one for you. This is a different one. Do you like this flavor? You like this flavor? She hears the siren.
Yeah, she'll be getting ready to howl. The call of the pack. She's torn between the dog biscuit and the howling.
Is that good? Yeah, is that good? You want to howl, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to use your indoor voice in here. Okay.
Oh, hello. How are you today, Ron?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
It looks like a good day for motorcycling.
Well, I hope so. I didn't check the weather first thing this morning, so I don't really know. But right now the sky looks great.
All day it's supposed to be cloudy and 28. So I'm glad the cloud cleared off.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should go out this morning. Have they said anything about the forecast for this afternoon?
Nothing about rain.
Well, that's good. Well, I will get out. I thought I wasn't gonna because last night when I checked it, it said something about 60% chance of.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. Now, when I got back into the house, I checked the weather again, and they're predicting 60% chance. Well, 60% this afternoon, 30% this morning. But as you saw, the weather was really good, and I think I'm going to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go out and get my ride over with this morning, and then maybe we'll do a little painting this afternoon. All being well. Okay, I did stir and shake this back in the Yamato room. And got to mount this little part on. By rights, something like this should actually be sprayed. I'm going to just see if I can't brush it with this really thinned out paint here. And whoops, I knocked over one of the Rons. Guess I could use this to mount it on. And some blue tack. Here's one from last time. Now I gotta be careful where I squeeze here. I'm gonna be breaking photo etch off. I think that'll hold. Yeah. Okay, we'll recompose and try and paint some parts. Oh, as far as the bike ride goes, I'll probably post it. It's over an hour long. Went to some places I haven't been before, at least on the motorcycle. And yeah, it went all right. I just sort of want to relax now, and I find brushing very relaxing, and so whereas airbrushing is not quite as relaxing, at least not for me. Okay, so this is ready to go. I think I will use this brush here. That should work out okay, and yeah, we'll recompose. Yeah, I wonder, is there supposed to be something go over the end of that eventually, or am I just going to be sort of wasting my time painting this, or maybe this part is supposed to go up against something. I'm going to just check the manual here. Push stop. Okay, it appears that according to step 30, this backs against a part that we've already made, as best I remember. So I don't think we need to paint the inside, but I will paint just along the edge here. And as I often say, this might take 2 coats. Yeah, we don't need to paint the inside. quite warm outside. At least compared with what we had last month. Guess he's upset about something. Probably somebody dared to set their foot on her lawn. Yeah, this is going to take 2 coats, I think. What is the temperature? You know, I didn't check. Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe it. The thermometer says 30.3. Well, so my neighbor was right when he was talking about the, we're supposed to have really warm. And when I went out on my bike, around, I don't think it's even 11 o'clock. Right now, by the way, it's 12:35. And, okay, now careful, Ron, careful, don't break off your photo etch. Anyway, I dressed fairly warm because I even put my neck scarf on because the wind felt cool. And when I got back a little over an hour later, I was suddenly a lot warmer. Okay. Yeah, the second coat here is going to cover really well. This is almost acting like a primer, you might say. I probably won't do the second coat on camera. I'll just do it, and then we'll take as I often say, a nice close look. Get rid of the air bubbles. This will shrink. Oh, hello.
Hi, it's Maxim.
Hi, Max. Come on in.
Pardon?
I said, come on in. The camera's running.
Okay, I'll leave the bill on the...
Okay, what's happening here is my neighbor came over to drop off the grocery bill. He had got some groceries for me and just added them to his order. And yeah, not very much, just 3 different items. You'll see them if you watch the bike ride. And that's what this is all about. And yeah, we'll just continue on with the painting here. I think I'm realizing that it's not working out with the paintbrush like I'd hoped. Yeah, we'll be talking about that, I'm sure. Okay, I'm back. You didn't need to hear all our personal stuff. I don't know why this is not painting better. Maybe I'm not putting it on thick enough. Or maybe I should have just hooked up the airbrush and, done it properly. I might end up doing that yet. Yeah, that's even for just the first coat, that's not very good. I don't know. Well, we'll let that dry and we'll see what it looks like. I might end up hooking up the airbrush and painting it. In which case, if I do, I may as well spray all the pieces. Yeah. Okay, I was outside talking with my neighbor here a moment ago and came back in. My little paintbrush was all hard because I hadn't cleaned it out properly. But we got it fixed up here now. I used Windex. Windex works great on these XF paints. I'm going to airbrush this, but not today. In which case, as I mentioned, I'll be airbrushing all the parts. And that means I might, I don't know, do I put these on so I can use rotating blocks? They work really good, although I can rotate it in my hand too. Yeah, that should work. Okay, I'm going to call it quits for this afternoon. Maybe you can join me later in the bike ride. I think it's going to be, what is it, Honda Rebel 1100 DCT Winnipeg Part 8. As I said before, crazy names. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.